Hey guys, it's Patrick. It is Thursday, March 8th, 2012. I'm officially 15 months in 1 day on testosterone. Um, I just did, basically, I am going to be very soon moving over to the LGBT unit at the hospital I work at, and going to be the new managing social worker, and just had my first um, leadership meeting with myself, the nursing manager, the therapeutic services coordinator, and the medical director of the unit. The medical director of the unit is the only other guy on the team, and he's like a cisgendered, straight guy who's a wicked awesome ally and a really, really solid, sensitive, like smart person who I honestly kind of want to be when I grow up. I think he's awesome, and I think the feelings are reciprocal. So it was. I was a little nervous going into this meeting because I've had a lot of experiences at work before I took on this manager role, where I think I let my feelings about some of the transphobia and homophobia in the atmosphere kind of be in the steering wheel, and not really, people didn't hear what I was saying. It was kind of like speaking two different languages. I was kind of like, what do you mean you don't understand how fucked up this is? And they were like, what do you mean we're transphobic? You know what I mean? So I actually had a meeting today, and was quite outspoken, but in a way that was professional, and in a way that, like, I'm just very proud of myself for working on this unit, and seeing some of the staff be homophobic or transphobic has just been unacceptable to me. And now that I am a manager on this unit, like, shit's gonna change, and I'm wicked excited for it. I'm the only queer manager on the unit, and I'm 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 fucking shit up. So I want to read to you guys. Basically, what we decided was that down in admissions, when you come in, um, if they basically, we're gonna make sure that they have a process that if someone comes up to our unit, the LGBT unit, they either need to identify as gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, queer, questioning, genderqueer, or any variation thereof, or they need to be an ally. Um, and oh, three things. This is what I decided, and people were like, they couldn't say no to it. So identify, they need to be an ally, and they need to not be homophobic, transphobic, or biphobic. So I drafted an email this evening to the medical director to see what he thinks. But basically, in admissions, he's going to draft a blurb that explains our program, and then underneath, they're going to have to meet 1, 2, and 3 in order to be on our program. So, 1 is I identify as LGBTQ, etc., etc. And then there's a list of terms for folks down in admissions who might not have the training or the personal knowledge. So, what's a lesbian? What's a gay person? What's a bisexual person? I guess I should say who, but whatever. What's a transgendered person? What's a transsexual? What's a queer person? Like, what's a genderqueer person? What's a homosexual? What's in the closet? Like, straight up, I went through and, like, drafted definitions for every single one of these things. And then, 2, it's simple. I identify as an ally of LGBT individuals. And then sorry guys, my video cut off. And I hope you're still taking me seriously, especially with Sunny Bunny behind me, which I just realized. Say what's up, Sunny Bunny. Anyway, so the first criteria to get into the LGBT unit is to identify. The second criteria is to be an ally of LGBT individuals. And I wrote exactly what that means, that an ally is a person who is a member of the dominant group, i.e. straight or not LGBT, who works to end oppression of blah 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 blah, right? Um, and then 3, you need to not be homophobic, transphobic, or biphobic. Yes, it's ridiculous that I've had to actually like lay this out, but I do, and I'm so glad it's happening. So, what does it mean to be homophobic? What does it mean to be transphobic? What does it mean to be biphobic? Uh, these things are not allowed. And basically, there are 3 criteria. It's simple, right? And if you don't meet all 3 of these criteria, then you are not a candidate for this unit, period. That's how I feel, and that's really what I'm going to push. And I feel like I have the support of the medical director, so that's pretty awesome. Actually, he and I kind of decided we would work on this together, so we stayed after the meeting and started to talk about like what each of us were going to do. He was going to write the blurb about who we are, and I was going to do this whole thing that I just outlined. And I don't know, I've just been doing a lot of like just letting my feelings out lately, and just like living in the moment. And I just looked at him, and I mean, he's like the medical director of the unit, but I really do admire him and think he's awesome. And I said, it's really nice having an ally in the room. He like got all like schmoopy and was like, thank you for saying that. And he said that he was really glad that I stayed. And we're thinking about doing a team model where like a social worker and a doctor and like certain nursing staff work together. And we talked about wanting to be on the same team and stuff like that. So all in all, it was a pretty good day. I'm definitely going to push this admissions criteria thing hardcore, as well as my other ideas, but continue to do it in a respectful and professional way. And I'm just kind of proud of myself about it. Continue to be working down on Tyler 1 meanwhile, and having all my patients read me as male, and even like some of the doctors down there, and I think the staff down there, I wish I knew for sure, but it's been going really, really well. I actually shared that with the doctor that I was just talking to you guys about, and he was like just smiling and like just seemed so genuinely happy for me, and was like, when you changed your name from Luca to Patrick, it was just so easy for me. Like I didn't even have to think about it because it just feels like it fits. And I mean, I kind of agree, and I'm really glad that I did it. And so I will update as promised a little bit later about kind of this manic cultural, not cultural, personal renaissance that I've been experiencing. And that's it. All right, bye.